account balance, and she's so sad. It's just the 6th day of the month, and yet just 6 days ago she got the alert and she was so excited. But now, with this current account statement, she's even wondering why she has to work. That is the story of Shola. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Welcome to another exciting episode on this channel. My name is Hepzibah. If this is your first time on this vlog, you're welcome. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me today on another beautiful episode. So today I'm going to be talking about money. God, money. You know, we all have money. We've all had money problems. So I'm talking about money problems and how to fix it. Money is such an amazing topic that and also a bit elusive because most people want to run away from the subject of money. But then my own approach to the subject of money is face it headlong. Once you face it, once you know the numbers, it can be annoying and upsetting at first, but once you know the numbers, trust me, you're safer. So at the beginning I shared the story of Shola, and to be honest, I was once like Shola. You know, when you're working a salary job and your salary comes in, you're so happy and excited, but then you forget that you have piles of debt to pay, and by the time you start sending alert here, send transfer here, transfer there, what you have is just not is almost just not enough, and you're wondering why you're working. And trust me, after the first week, you probably just have to just hustle your way to work, and then you might have to maybe take another soft loan to just see you through the month, and it can be very annoying and frustrating. So I was once like Shola now, and I really had to sit down with myself and sit down with some real facts. And today I was able to fix my money problem. Yeah, and let me be happy. Yeah, I was able to fix my money problems, and things are a lot more better. So today I'm going to be sharing with us on how to fix our money problems, because money is important. Okay, so I also recommend that you read this book, The Richest Man in Babylon. The Richest Man in Babylon. I can't remember the name of the title of the name of the author, but I will find it before I edit this video. By the time I'm uploading this video and include it there. But at the time of recording, I can't remember the name of the author. But it was a book that really changed my life and changed or helped me put my finances in proper perspective. Any problems on how to fix it? The first thing you have to do is, the first thing you really want to do is to always put aside some percentage of all your earnings. Now, I know this sounds crazy, especially for someone who is trying to save, who is even complaining of. I know this sounds crazy for someone who is complaining of not having enough money or having money problems. But you see, the moment you put aside a part, even if it's just, I usually recommend about 5% at start. If you put aside 5% of your earnings, just put aside and you gradually start to put it there, you'll be 5% richer almost every month. Now, if you are an entrepreneur and you're saying, oh, I don't have a salary job, you should place yourself on the salary. I'll probably talk more about that in another video, you know, because you need to also sit down with the books to know what exactly is going on in your business. Now, you need to put aside something every month. Now, if you're a salary earner, like I was saying, you can even say, okay, let me start with 5%. Now, let's say you earn 100,000. 5% of 100,000 is 5,000 naira. Put aside 5,000 naira every month. Now, I recommend there are different applications that can automatically debit you. I use Piggy Bank. It's not a sponsored ad for Piggy Bank, but I'll drop my referral code so you can use my referral code and you get something, a bonus for signing up using my referral code, right? But this is not this is not okay. So that's by the way. There's Piggy. I use Piggy, so I'll definitely push for Piggy. So what you do is you set it to an auto debit, and then they debit that money from you. For when I started initially, it was hard, but I discovered that by the time I first remove that portion for saving, by the time I remove that portion for saving, some way somehow I'm just able to manage myself with the remaining money that is left. So the first way to fix your money problems is to set aside some percentage, some little percentage. So imagine you put 5,000 naira aside every month. At the end of a year, that's already 60,000 naira. So you're 60,000 naira richer as opposed to 0 naira richer. Right? It's just that simple. Now, I also needed to add that most financial experts would recommend 10%. Yes, as much as I agree with 10%, I only said 5% for someone who is more like a novice to saving. And you know, I believe I'd rather start something little by little than have an enormous task that I cannot complete, right? So I'd rather do it little by little. As I'm saying, start with 5%. By the time you're able to do that consistently for 3-4 months, you can then increase it to 10%, increase it to 20%, and grow, you know, just grow like that. The second way you can fix your money problem is by limiting your expenses. Yes, you see, you need to be able to distinguish between a want and a need. Basic expenses for every living thing here. We talk about food, clothing, shelter, and even under clothing, right? If you know you have money problems, it's not compulsory you run after every new design. It's not compulsory you buy every ashwabi. Yes, I know many ladies are falling into that trap of you must buy every ashwabi. No, it's not. You don't have to. You have to limit your expenses. You have to cut your expenses. Always ask yourself, this thing I want to buy, is it a want or a need? So in those days when I used to have these money issues, and I wanted to really work on the money issues, I tried to have a strategy. So my strategy was that I won't buy a clothes I cannot combine with another clothes. Now, I'd rather buy a black skirt than buy an orange skirt. You know, with my black skirt, I can wear a lot of other colors of top on one black skirt, and people won't even notice it's still the same one black skirt. If it has a slit, I can always turn the slit to the front, to the side, or to the back, right? So you want to be as intelligent and smart with this thing. So do you get it? As opposed to buying an orange skirt where everybody knows that it's just this one orange skirt and the color is like popping and staining everybody's faces. So you have to limit your expenses. Don't buy everything. Like, I also like ice cream, and I remember those days I was living there's this Domino's no, Cold Stone. Yes, Domino's and Cold Stone, they're usually in the same building. They were just right at the junction to the estate where I lived. And so every blessed day when coming from work, I would see them, and I'm such an ice cream. I have a sweet tooth, right? So I had to, you know, tell myself that no, I couldn't afford to keep taking ice cream, triple treats. I couldn't afford to keep taking triple treats every day. I was going to run bankrupt, you know. And so what I did was, because I still wanted, you know, because I had to limit my expenses. When I would naturally take at least once a week, I reduced it gradually to once a month. And what I substituted for was fine yoga. That's the like 400 naira one. So imagine substituting about 2,000 something for 400 naira. My God, money is saved. So that's what I did. I had to limit my expenses. My own example. So you can just put like a template. So look at your own self and see what you can do or how you can improve your own or limit your own expenses. The third thing you really want to do to fix your money problems is you want to invest. Now, most of us in this part of the world, we really don't have an issue saving. But the question is, after saving, what do you do with the money you have saved? you have to invest. Now, with investment, you have to be very, very intelligent about it. Don't invest in what you don't understand. Seek expert help. You know, sometimes early in the year, I made some investments, but I didn't have much understanding about the investment. So when this whole lockdown thing happened, and we heard that dollars was it was an investment in dollars actually, and we heard dollars was down thing. I was scared for myself and my money, right? So I put out on the investments, and I remember speaking to one of my coaches on it, and he said, "Oh, this is a wrong move. You don't invest in what you don't understand." I know. Long story short, I put out my money, and a week after, the investment picked up, and me, I'm like, "Oh, why did I just leave my money?" But I'm not sure I had that stamina, right? So you want to invest in what you understand, and you don't save. You don't just save to spend, which is one mistake that we make a lot here. We save to spend. You're supposed to save to invest. So get something you can invest in. Look for a startup, and also know that investment takes time. Don't put your money in all this double money doubling schemes. Yeah, that's wrong. Like, that's really wrong, you know. Oh god, this is I was trying to fix my financial problem. That's how I went to put 100k in one money doubling one thing like that. My god, I couldn't cry. I actually cried because I'm like, that a whole 100,000 naira was lost, you know. So you don't want to put your money in such schemes. Make sure it's something you really understand. And yeah, people do a lot of network marketing and co, but just make sure that it's something that you understand, that you can put your money inside. Okay, so the fourth way to, under limiting your expenses. Under limiting your expenses, there's a formula that I work with. My formula is this: when, let's say 100%, my salary is 100,000, for example, I will take 10%. 10% of it is, I'm a Christian, so I believe in tithing. So I put 10% as my tithes. Tithing is at your own prerogative, right? So it's your choice. So then I have 90%. For the 90%, I put 10% aside for emergencies and short terms, like maybe maintenance, something goes wrong with the gen, I need to service something, or I need to fix something. I put 10% towards that. Then I have 20% that goes into my savings. And this is my savings. On the long run, I end up maybe putting some in investment, or using some to maybe for a project. Maybe I want to buy something that is about that is expensive and I can't pull out the bulk money at once. I rather save towards that, like a target savings. So I, depending on what my needs are at that time, I would put the remaining, that 20% in it. Then the remaining 60%, I use that one for my feeding, for clothing, for people that I'm financially responsible to. I send them something from that. And I also, for my sense, I also do my transportation, my logistics, my movement all around, you know. So that's what I do. That's how I do. So 60% for my expenses, and I try so much, you know. It's advisable that your rent, for example, you can break your rent down. Maybe your rent is like 200,000. You can divide it by 12 months so that you can start putting aside something from it every month. So let's say that your rent is about 200,000, you're earning 100,000, and you want to share it by 12 months. Someone should help my maths here. Let me check. 16,000, so let's just say 16,700 naira. So I know that I need to put 16,700 naira on maybe a target saving where I save towards my rent. Right now, I need to say that there's a calculation. If your rent must not be more than what you can cover with at least, or at most, your 4-month salary. Your rent should not be more than what you can cover with at most your 4-month salary. So that's my calculation. 60 for my expenses, including my rent, my feeding, my transportation. 20 for my investment and my savings and my long-term goals. 10% for my tithe, 10% for emergencies and maintenance. So that's how I was able to, you know, that was my own sharing formula that really helped me a lot. I also recommend you read Smart Money Woman book. Yes, it's a book by Arese Ugwu. That book was also very, very instrumental to my figuring out my my personal finance. Okay, so the last thing I would say is, when you want to fix your money problem, is if you are in debt, as in you're owing people money, work out a payment plan. Because reality is, don't be in a hurry to take debt. The people, okay, experts to say, oh, there are good debts and there are bad debts. But for me, I feel like even in your good debts, you have to be very calculative about it. You don't always have to rush to take loans. It's easy to take loans, but paying it off is not easy. Let me tell you the truth of the matter. It's so sweet to collect, but paying it off is hard. So you want to make sure that you don't go and take what is more than you. So also, if you're in debt, have a repayment plan. So you can talk to your creditors. Just tell them that, oh, okay, I'm owing you, say, 100,000 naira. I can't pay this money once, so, or else you have to keep robbing Peter to pay Paul. So imagine your salary is 100,000. You're already in debt of 100,000. You want to pay it once. You are still going to have to borrow. So if you, whether you just say, okay, please, let me pay you this money in a space of 4 months. You pay 25. Better than saying every month, I don't have money, oh, you are running away. Do you understand it? So have a repayment plan for your loans and communicate that to your creditors, because really, I won't want to borrow someone money and be owing me money. I won't be happy about it. Plus, it doesn't even help your credibility. So, and if at all you still have issues with paying your loans and all, importantly, have a plan. Create a feasible plan. Start moving the money in bits, and don't just be in a hurry to take loan. Like, loan is easy to collect, it's not easy to pay back. And anything can happen, so you want to stay off loans, because you're always at the mercy of your creditors. That's the reality. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I've been a bit of playful, I've been up and down like that in this episode, but I just had to explain money problems to you and how to fix it. And I didn't want to go also serious, also technical, because most times we all run away from money problems and we don't want to discuss it, because like, money is power, money is currency, and you don't want somebody else to make fun of you. But the reality is, just sit down, face your numbers, know what your numbers are. What are your numbers? Sit down, write it. What and what do you expect? What does it cost to run your life or your family in a month, in a week? Know the figures and, look at your income. The last thing I'm going to add to how to fix your money problem will be increase your earning power. So if by the time you've done all this calculation, you see that you are still in basic, or you are still owing money, basically you're back for owing money, right? Okay, so if you are still in money, you are still owing money, you need to increase your earning power. You need to look for other opportunities that can create money for you. Now, you can do that by, if you have 9 to 5, good. You can maybe look for a side business that you can, do. Now, I need to say that all those things I talked about, none of it is a quick fix. It's not what you don't roll and you fix it. Nah, it's not like that. It takes time, but it's also about cultivating a good money habit and a good relationship with money. So, I think I'm going to do another episode on how building healthy money mindset. Yes. Let me just write it so I don't forget. So that's it, guys. I hope this made sense to you. Please subscribe to my channel if you're here too, and drop a comment. Tell me how you feel about today's episode, and if you've had money problems, how you fixed it. Yes, I'm going to be putting the piggy bank link, as well as look for Smart Money Woman book. You can read it. Even if you're a man, please, you can read it. It just makes a lot of sense. And then you can also read The Richest Man in Babylon. Those two books are like key for me. They really helped me put my finances in perspective and my personal finance in perspective. And today, man, I'm better for it. I don't have all the millions yet. I don't have it yet. But then it's getting better. I'm not in debt, and it's getting better. I'm increasing my earning potentials. I'm trying so much to stay within my means, because the bad part is when your income increases, expenditure will always increase. So after I'm saying increase your earning power, because your earning power has increased, you are almost tempted to feel that you can increase your expenditure. But no, you have to like fight that urge, you know. So okay, so I hope you guys enjoyed today's episode and you enjoyed my up down beautiful way of passing this message across and work on your money problem. So you can check out my channel for other videos, educational, informative videos around relationship, around business, and this one around money. Yeah, we all need money, right? Okay, and subscribe to my channel, turn on notifications.